What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 227, and we start today's episode off by recalling Todd Kane from his loan spell at PSV Eindhoven. Now, I mentioned this in the last episode, or possibly the episode before that. The reason I wanted to do this is because João Cancelo is out for the remainder of the season, and that means that with Brian Carrasco being right back for us now, we don't really have a good backup right back. We have one called Liam Kane, but he's 75 overall, and he's a left footer playing right back, which for me is a really trivial thing, but I'm not a big fan of it, especially when the weak foot is only 2 stars. And yeah, I just thought, you know what, it's not even going to cost us a single penny, as you would have seen there. It doesn't cost us a single penny. We can put him back in the side, and we've now got cover, and he's going to come straight back into the team for this game against Southampton, which is the first game of today's episode here away at St Mary's in the Barclays Premier League, as we're doing everything we can to keep the pressure on the league leaders Spurs and try and get ourselves back into this title race. And the first chance game would fall in the 19th minute when Harry Kane's cross was met by Oscar Polo in the centre, but unfortunately the goalkeeper made a good stop at point blank range and kept the score at 0-0. And in the 24th minute we played the ball from left to right. Eventually Todd Kane, back from his loan spell, gets on the ball and plays the ball forward towards the run of brilliant Makola down the right hand side. Can he whip in a brilliant cross? He can't. It's headed away, but it comes to Malanda. Malanda finds Kane. Harry Kane strikes it, but unfortunately it goes over the bar and out for a goal kick. And in the 38th minute you see Junior Malanda get on the ball. He gives it to Glenn Robinson. Robinson then plays the ball over the top towards the run of brilliant Makola. Another really good chance here as he goes through one-on-one, shoots, but it's a good stop by the goalkeeper, and it's still 0-0. And if you can hear that car alarm in the background, I apologise. That's really loud. Hopefully that's not getting picked up in the mic. But in the 40th minute, you see Junior Malanda go for this header. It's cleared away, only as far as Ninkov. Ninkov finds Danny Wright down the left-hand side here, and it's our rapid left-back who keeps on going. He fakes shots round one. He then beats another with a brilliant piece of agility, keeps on going, then eventually plays in a really, really good cross. Oscar Polo wins the header and finds the back of the net. So Southampton 0, Millwall 1. Really good cross by Danny Wright, our rapid left-back, and a good finish by Oscar Polo in the centre. And in the 57th minute we had a free kick here. It was on a very tight angle here, just around the edge of the area, and with Glenn Robinson I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to drill it into a dangerous area, hope for the best, and what happens? We get a goal from it. It's a very good free kick. Like I said, I didn't really feel confident of any of my players winning the headers, because Southampton do have some tall players in their side, and I thought if I just drill it across the face of the goal, try and cause some panic, and it was Matthew Wilkinson who turned it in, and that's his first goal for the club. And funny enough, who did he join us from? He joined us from Southampton, so that is pretty funny. He scores against his former club for his first goal for his new club, and Wilkinson makes it Southampton 0, Millwall 2, and surely now we're going to be going on to win the game. However, in this 72nd minute, I give the ball away here, and it falls to Gaston Ramirez. Ramirez collects the ball, and Uruguayan finds Seferovic. He finds Adam Lallana. Lallana strikes it, and it's a really good finish by Lallana into the back of the net, across the body of Liali, who couldn't get there, and he does get Southampton back into the game. But to be honest, they had only just started coming into the game once we took a 2-goal lead. Before that they were doing terribly, but after that it was all Southampton. And in the 78th minute Seferovic ran clear. I don't know what happened to my defence, I couldn't keep up. Eventually Liali made the save, and then he got up quickly to punch the ball away from the follow-up shot, which got deflected and went up in the air. But yeah, Liali bailed us out there, kept the score at 2-1, and I'm glad he did, because we did manage to scrape through with the 3 points. We get it by 2-1, and yeah, it was it was one of those games. It was really, really weird. Throughout the entire game it was just so easy. Then as soon as we took the 2-goal lead, Southampton eventually came back into it and gave us some real trouble. But thankfully a couple of good saves by Liali at the end, and Lallana's goal would only be a consolation in the end. So we win it by 2-1, and that's another 3 points in our run, trying to get ourselves back into this title race. And the following game would be against Norwich City here at the Den. So another game where you'd expect a really comfortable 3 points, but of course you never really know in FIFA. And as you can see by the table, we've now got 8 games to go, just 8 left in the Barclays Premier League season, and we are 4 points behind Spurs. We do have a better goal difference that may come into play at the end of the season, you never know, but still 4 points behind. And to be honest, with Spurs leading the way in the league, since like November, I can't see them slipping up. But we still need to do our business. We still need to get the job done and keep our end of the bargain. But as we took on Norwich here, well, as I said, this is a game where you probably expect a comfortable 3 points. However, in the 4th minute, Norwich came forward for the first chance of the game, and it was Horriver who was playing just behind the striker that went through 1-on-1. He turned around, Liali went through the back of him, and the referee had no choice but to give a penalty to Norwich inside the open in 7 minutes here. So Norwich win a spot kick, and you know, I had no complaints, to be honest. Liali went to ground there. He didn't really need to, he could have just jockeyed him, but I guess that's what happens when you hold down triangle. It's a penalty to Norwich and a really good chance for Neseed, who I think is Czech Republic, I'm not sure. Anyway, there's a really good chance here to score for Norwich in the 6th minute against Liali. Can Liali redeem himself, or is Neseed going to punish us? No, it's Liali who does redeem himself. Really good save from the penalty, and it is still 0-0. I got a little bit better at saving penalties of late, I'm not sure how exactly, but still really good save by our Italian goalkeeper. And from that, as Norwich get the ball away from the throw-in, we break. Triggs gives the ball towards Ezekiel. Ezekiel plays it through towards Suso. It's a brilliant chance here, but I messed it up with the playmaker. I went through 1-on-1, but the finish in the end was, I'm not going to say an easy one for Mark Bunn, but I was really close to him, so there wasn't really much room for the ball to squeeze through his body. So unfortunately, Bunn pulls off a good save, and it's still 0-0. But in the 14th minute, it's Norwich coming through again, and it is that man Horriver who crosses the ball to the far post, and it's Murphy who turns it in. I'm not sure if that's Jacob or Josh. It's got to be one of them, obviously, but even so, it's one of the Murphys who puts it into the back of the net and makes it Millwall 0 and Norwich 1, to a disastrous start. And you have to say Norwich probably deserved it, really. However, in the 17th minute, it's Ezekiel who gets on the ball and gives it to Lee Cattermole down the right hand side. He crosses the ball in, and it's Sean Howell in the centre, one of our January signings, the 21-year-old we signed from Liverpool. A very average player, but he does look like he could have a relatively decent future if he gets some game time. He got a game here, and he got his first goal for Millwall here as well. Great cross by Lee Cattermole, but Howell, he really couldn't miss it, to be honest. But even so, he had to score, he did, and it's Millwall 1, Norwich 1. And in the 35th minute, Lee Cattermole finds Oxlade-Chamberlain, plays it back towards Luke Shaw. Shaw back to the Ox, down the left-hand side, nice little fake shot to beat Letalic, ends up swinging it across, and who's there in the centre? It's Ezekiel, who wins the header, puts it past Mark Bunn, and it's Millwall 2, Norwich 1. So Ezekiel gets it, and you know, even though Oscar Polos came in for 30 million, and he is our main striker now, he still gets in the side every now and then, Ezekiel, and he is a really decent striker. So good finish, and we're 2-1 in front. And in the 43rd minute, Norwich had a free kick, but we managed to block it, and as Suso plays the ball out wide towards Sean Howell, who scored our first goal. He's just waiting for the Norwich player to lunge in. He doesn't, so he decides to just pass it through to Kane. Kane finds Ezekiel. Ezekiel with a quick roulette to beat his man, then a step over. Nice couple of skill moves by Ezekiel. He ends up shooting for a tight angle, but to be honest, Mark Bunn had quite a simple save there, and Norwich get the ball away. So still 2-1, but from that we collect the ball. Luke Shaw plays it inside towards Scott Triggs. Triggs plays it out wide to Oxlade-Chamberlain, gives it to Sean Howell. Howell gets onto his right foot and strikes it, but it hits the top of the bar and goes out for a goal kick. So he was really in a mood in this game, but it was still 2-1 to the home side. And you know, to be honest, after Norwich scored their opening goal and after the penalty they missed, they really didn't threaten that much here, and it was all us really. So if anyone was going to score a 4th goal, it would probably be us. And in the 69th minute, I thought that we were going to get a penalty there because Toffolo brought him down. He was struggling with Ezekiel all game, and I thought personally, if you watch that back, that was in the area. As you'll see on the replay, I genuinely thought that collision happened inside the box. But maybe I'm wrong. Why don't you let me know in the comments, was that a penalty or a free kick? Because to me, I thought the actual collision that brought Ezekiel down happened inside the box. Even though the shirt pulls outside the area, I thought the referee gave the foul for the collision. But maybe I'm wrong. But let me know in the comments, was that a penalty or a free kick? But anyway, the Norwich manager thought, do you know what, I can't be having that guy on the pitch. He's causing me a lot of heartache in the defence. So he subbed Toffolo off straight after that incident. And of course, he did give the free kick right on the edge of the area. But again, I thought it was inside the area. But I guess I'll have to settle for a free kick. Anyway, Suso stands over it and takes it, but unfortunately Mark Bunn gets down really well, low to his right to tip it behind for a corner. Very good save by the goalkeeper there. So still Millwall 2, Norwich 1, but you know, as I said before, if anyone was going to score a 4th goal, it was going to be us, to be honest. And from the corner, Suso swings the ball in towards Matthew Wilkinson, who got his first goal for the club in the last game, but he couldn't get his second goal. He unfortunately, his header goes wide of the post and out for a goal kick. And in the 74th minute, Norwich come forward here looking for the equalising goal on a rare attack for them. Letalic plays it backwards towards his man. He skips past Liam Kane, who just came off the bench, then back to Letalic, who crosses the ball in, and the header in the centre by the man who missed a penalty goes wide and out for a goal kick. So still 2-1, and the last chance would fall here in injury time as Norwich looked in search for that shock equaliser. They played the ball forward towards Murphy, who got their goal. He crosses the ball in, but thankfully Leroy Fur's header was quite simply dealt with by Liali, who tips it behind for a corner, and outside the game would finish a 2-1 victory. We get another 3 points, and these may not be convincing wins, but they're wins regardless, and that's the main thing. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, because it's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out. And don't forget to tell me in the comments whether that was a penalty or a free kick. I want to hear your guys' suggestions. Maybe I'm just being a bit too biased, who knows. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode very soon.